she made a post about how before it got to the point of like, the Holocaust and genocide, it started with like government and powerful forces in Germany convincing neighbors to hate each other. It's like dehumanizing Jews and other groups to like,
Yeah, that's
to
how
be
it
fine with
starts.
hate.
When
Yeah,
you
so
dehumanize them.
Yep.
she made a post like that, and she compared it to how people are like dehumanizing and vilifying conservatives just for being conservative, or Trump supporters just for being Trump supporters. And they said that was making light of the Holocaust, and that it was somehow anti-Semitic and pro-Nazi.
No, there's actually been other.
They said it was
like that.
No,
Wait,
I'm saying
let that
that's just
explain.
I'm saying this is the final. This is the post that, finally convinced them to fire her.
All right.
What were other-
All right. So here, Gina Corano. Hang on, guys. So Gina Corano has a little history of some posts. Maybe we can rewind, but Thomas is pretty much on the money. So basically, Gina posted an image on Twitter, and it has a caption at the top that she typed out. So she says, Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers, but their neighbors, even by children. Quote, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? So that's what Gina posted, and people, I can't even begin to explain how absolutely deliberately moronic it is for accredited journals and Vox and Vice, all the cliche news outlets that you can think of, to repost it and tell people Gina Carano fired from Star Wars for anti-Semitic tweets, and they sum it up by saying Gina Carano is comparing the hardships conservatives feel like they go through today to what Jews went through in Nazi Germany in the Holocaust. That is not true. That is literally not true.
Yeah, they specifically say Holocaust when she's talking about what led up to it. When she's talking about what made the Holocaust possible.
It's so unbelievably, deliberately disingenuous.
They even straight up say like Jews during World War II.
Right.
When she's clearly talking about what happened before World War II.
Exactly. And of course, she put an image, and they have it half cut off here. I could probably find the actual thing, but it's basically, it's an image of neighbors, dragging people out, and not unlike the same shit we've gotten with BLM protests / riots / looting, and not unlike that. They weren't really dragging people out, but they were certainly not positive behavior. What are people going to do in the future? Look at that positively? Like, what the fuck?
It can't get to that direction.
So the thing is, people like to. Here's the problem. Here's one of the many problems of why people are so stupid. First of all, they have an emotional reaction, but fundamentally, here's the real issue. People think that, like, the magic, evil, random Germans came in and just started murdering people and started raping your children and burning your churches and started rounding up people, and they're like, and they're just like these random evil people that have nothing to do with all the other humans in the world, and that's how history is. That's not the fucking case. People, like, even Jordan Peterson says it, when you look back at history, you should look at it like you're a Nazi. What led them to become that? Individuals, not like the individual people. How did the individual Nazis turn into that? And not even the Nazis. She's not even talking about that directly. She's talking about the fucking neighbors. Clearly, it was just the people. It was the people that hated it. And now, there's a whole. You can check it out, Georgie. Maybe you're not a huge fan of Ben Shapiro or not, but
God.
No, you don't have to like him or anything like that, or even care for his line of questioning. But Gina, this is the best.
Hold on, I just want to say real quick. Okay, sorry.
All right, I'll say this and then I'll let you guys go. I'll say this and I'll let you guys go. I promise. But with the thing with, if you watch that Ben Shapiro, it's like a 40-minute thing where Ben has Gina on the show and Gina gets to explain everything. And Disney absolutely bullied the fuck out of her throughout her time leading up to this. So it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. So it was that. It was she had anti-mask tweets. But that's nothing. That every conservative fucking posts anti-mask tweets, whether you believe it or not. Who cares? And then before that was she, according to most people, was making light of the usage of pronouns by putting in her Twitter bio beep boop bop.
Beep boop bop.
But it wasn't because she was making light of trans people and their thing. It's because there's a culture of bullying of people saying you have to have these in your Twitter bio or you're a fucking piece of shit or whatever. So she's literally reposting that she has the freedom to do whatever the fuck she wants. She doesn't have to do anything. So just like people put Trash Panda or whatever on their Twitter bio just for funsies, she just put beep boop bop like R2D2. That's literally it. But I'm deadly fucking. Yep. I swear to God. Yeah, I swear to God.
I'm so happy to get into Twitter, man. It seems like just cancer.
Yeah, I'm not even into Twitter. I just followed this story, and it's great.
Yeah,
all right, now I'll shut up. I'll let you guys go.
But yeah, they really were just bullying her for not having. It really just started off with just bullying her for not having pronouns in her Twitter.
It did.
But yeah,
Steve,
wait, let Steve go.
You're on Twitch, Steve. Calm down.
Actually, I just want to say real quick, how the hell could a yarmulke-wearing Orthodox Jew like Ben Shapiro hire such a blatant Nazi like Gina Carano?
Yeah.
She's transphobic and anti-Semitic.
Well, we know Ben is transphobic, but he's Jewish. Yeah, but why would a Orthodox Jew like Ben Shapiro hire Gina Corano? That's insane. It's almost like she's not a Nazi.
But question, did anyone
Ben even had relatives that died in the Holocaust.
But
so
quick question,
he wouldn't be hiring Gina if she's making light of the Holocaust.
Wait.
But did anyone from the Jewish committee come out and say, "Hey, we should take her down," or was it just your typical Twitter outrage group?
Oh, Twitter outrage mob. But there were guys. Yeah, I want to hear Steve. Steve hasn't had a chance. Let Steve go.
Steve, put your volume on.
Oh no, I just wanted to elaborate on an answer to Jordy's question. Yes, there were Jewish groups that were mad at Gina, but they weren't the driving forces. If anything, they were just tacking on to the the white outrage mob.
Yep, that might be true. So here, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Oh my God.
Okay.
No, you would only dress up as a stormtrooper to have her beat the shit out of you.
So we are on Twitch, but carrying on with consideration.
Matt, you wanted this, Matt. You said to let Steve talk.
I did. All right. David, what else you got, Steve? What else?
When I don't let Steve talk, it's because I know shit like that's coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got an ass. With her ass, right? It's like there.
From what?
What did she say?
Oh, Mulan! Yeah, the live action actress. I saw there was a little bit of uproar about that. I remember that.
What did she say?
I don't remember.
She was basically defending genocide and propaganda.
What? Fact check.
It was something to it was something to do with what's going on in China, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she's conservative.
Fundamentally, that's
There was a Disney employee
part.
that made posts about wanting to throw children into wood chippers, and he still has his job.
Yeah.
Like with the Covington kids,
Yeah.
you know, who
Yeah.
it is without a shadow of a doubt, they were literally just standing there doing nothing. If anything, they were the victims. Yet they're the ones who should get thrown hat first into a wood chipper. He even had a picture of a wood chipper with red coming out of it.
So I think a good segue to the point you made, Steve, is there's a lot of examples that really highlight what the fuck is wrong with our current everything going on. So Pedro Pascal, this example's been thrown around everywhere on the internet, by the way, articles, videos, and everything. That's how I know. But Pedro Pascal, literally 2 fucking years ago, made a comparison saying, remember there was uproar about kids in cages down on the border or whatever. So he made a comparison that what was going on with the kids in the cages on the border was the equivalent of the Holocaust. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. Okay, how is that different?
Yep.
Okay, another example. All lefties literally call Donald Trump Hitler. How is that different? I had a third one, but I can't remember it. But you can literally think of all these fucking examples, and it's like there's obviously a fucking double standard here. It has nothing to do with even what she says. It's the fact that she's outspoken about her perspective and the fact that it's not in alignment with theirs. That's fundamentally what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love strong women as long as it aligns to our belief.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't work. You can't have like a strong-willed character that just always aligns with what you believe in. It doesn't work.
You know, it's not even just Gina Carano now. The woman who plays Ashoka in Mandalorian, they're trying to get her fired now.
Oh my God, Rosa. That's true, actually. I did hear a little bit about her a while ago. Like, I remember when they announced her as Ahsoka.
Well, it's because a trans person that worked with their family is making accusations against the family. None of the accusations are about the actress herself. It's just against her family at this point.
Yeah, I think we should just ban Twitter, dude. I swear.
Ban Twitter.
The crazy thing, I don't think it's Twitter necessarily. It's the.
I mean, it seems like it just starts in Twitter and like the flames just slowly expand.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw shit like this with Facebook. Twitter just makes it faster.
Yeah. And
it's more concentrated.
Too.
That's the thing. It's because, because say 100 people make a tweet, and then powerful people think, "Oh, this is significant. Look at all these people saying this opinion."
It's just a bunch of 100 losers.
Exactly.
This is
like Twitter is like.
I know.
Twitter is like 1% of the population or some shit like that. The amount of people actually actively using it. But no, think about it. You're a corporation. You're a politician. You have 100 people tweeting at you saying, "This is bad. This is bad. Don't do." Like if this is the bulk of your feedback, you're gonna give it way more attention and consideration than it deserves.
And I'll add to that and say that it isn't even just Twitter. We all know this, but it's not even just Twitter. It's the fact that Twitter has become news. Right, you take a tweet and you can write and Vox will write a whole article about what an actress said or an actor said. A whole fucking article. Like if we had newspapers today, that's what our newspapers would be. It would be recaps of what's happening on Twitter. Literally, I swear to God.
They sometimes even get mad about things you don't tweet.
Like
that's
true. BLM. But when what's his name got shot, with the knee on his back or whatever. That everybody's waiting for responses from everyone. It's like, what's your opinion on it? What do you think about it?
You go first. Not me.
You go first. Why are you so silent? Oh, you're putting out normal videos right now?
Oh,
the audacity of you. Fucking crazy.
Dude, I wasn't even talking about I was actually gonna bring up a more recent example. Henry Cavill, they're going after him. The dude who does. They were at first mad that he didn't make a tweet like congratulating like some Superwoman actress, but like the dude is a bodybuilder, a massive nerd and gamer, and
I think
he's still an actor. So yeah, he ain't got time for fucking Twitter.
You know what's funny?
It's everything he does in his life demands constant attention. So yeah, he ain't tweeting.
I
but
can't
they're
really
also they're also trying to cancel him because 10 years ago he dated Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're not making that up, man. It's true. They're literally going after him because he dated her. Like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's fucking mind you, she hasn't gone political since like the last year.
Yeah, like this last election is the first election she ever voted in. Yep.
Steve.
He's on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't make threats.
I was gonna say.
Steve, you're gonna get him banned off Twitch.
Yeah.
Not welcome.
Oh, I remember my point. Yes, I'm so glad I did. Okay, I just had another small little epiphany. So
There's two people talking.
I know. Steve. We get it. You're mad and you want them all.
David, you're supposed to moderate.
Thank you. Okay, so alright. So I remember my point. All right. So imagine, like 20 years ago or something, if there was a room full of children or like teenagers or like really colorful characters or whatever, and then you had 10 business suits or whatever. So take a anime convention, I guess, for example. And mostly kids, maybe some people middle age or whatever, but they're all dressed up and they have their opinion, they're having fun. And then you have like 10 suits, they're maybe the owner of the building or whatever. They walk through and they're talking or whatever. Two totally different universes, right? Walking by each other. It's like business people, whatever. They got their thing. They're like whatever. They think lesser of the kids, maybe. They're not gonna make laws and change around their building based on what these kids randomly say in a room and they're yelling about, right? So, okay. Now imagine. I wonder if I would love to see this. If you literally took. We take one giant Twitter thread, or maybe like 3, for example. Maybe even about Gina Corano. And we take Gina, we take the execs of, let's say, Twitter, or maybe the execs of suits or stuff that make legislation and shit. And then it's like a courtroom style or an auditorium type setting. And in the crowd, you fill it with the people who left comments. Those people would all be in colorful ass shirts. They'd be like 17 years old, and they'd be yelling, and they'd be rambunctious, and they'd be ridiculous, right? Like, I'm not even saying that because of the way the comments are. I'm saying that because they're likely fucking children, because they're literally attacking Henry Cavill. A sane adult wouldn't I mean, who knows? But you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously a very childish perspective. So I suspect that a lot of this, like, we're responding to very loud, essentially children. Maybe they're 20-year-olds, maybe they're 19-year-olds or whatever. But we're basically listening to that, and that's being translated into legislation, into rules. For Disney and Hollywood and hiring in schools and hiring everywhere else. It's crazy. It's just a loud mob. But anyway, my point was I'd be curious to see how the auditorium translation to what is happening on something like Twitter. Because it would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous. You'd have 10 suits, like generic white guys or whatever, on top, old white guys, and you have a room full of 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds who have zero experience, who are thousands of dollars in debt, who don't know a fucking thing about anything, and they're just like, you just look like fucking idiots. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll shut up.
I actually disagree with you. It's obvious that the executives at Twitter have their own agenda. Like, don't you remember when Jack Dorsey and that other Twitter exec?
Oh, I agree.
On
I agree.
Tim Pool's.
Yep.
Like, Tim showed them felonious threats that on Twitter people were making, and like that were allowed to stay up, and that they were never taken down. They're still up.
Fair enough for
like,
Twitter.
Months after it was told.
They're not. The Twitter execs are not adults. I totally agree. I watched that whole Tim Pool thing too, and yeah, I know how absurd and like them getting flamed by Congress and stuff. But
so if you can be shown like threats that would be considered felonies, and that your algorithms are leaving it up, that you're letting people still do and say this stuff, that you're not punishing, meantime you're punishing people for things that aren't actually violations of your own rules. Like, they don't care if it is going to be a room full of colorful children.
Yep. I'd be
these
curious
colorful
to
children
see
fit their agenda.
I'd be
these
curious to see that portrayed,
children,
though. Like that wouldn't fly, like in the 90s or something. Like
we're not in the 90s.
Yeah, if you watch those silly little videos of like Shapiro or whoever talking to college students, like the college student, like Ben gets his little zings in. And he gets his little moment of glory on them, but at the same time, it's like they're college kids. They're getting indoctrinated, yes, and they have their fucking ridiculous idea. But another thing is they're extremely impressionable. They know nothing about anything. They haven't thought deeply about their
they're not allowed
their perspective. Yeah, maybe they're not allowed to, and they're young too, so they just don't know. Like, you take one of those kids. Like, those kids are probably like the average Twitter user. Right, and they're the ones. We're polling them based on what they want. Like, I feel like even at our school, like I feel like if we just got all the students and we got them to like come up one at a time, we pick out random students, even better, that are in like a disgruntled mood or skipped lunch, and we ask them, okay, how should we organize our department, and then they come up with rules and regulations for how we should organize shit. That's ridiculous. There's no wisdom. There's zero wisdom. They're kids. They don't know shit. Like, it's the same. I feel like it's the same thing for listening to Twitter and taking those opinions seriously, and it getting re-echoed and re-echoed through articles, and then the higher ups saying like, oh fuck, we're feeling the pressure, we're Disney, we have to make it look like we're responsive to this nonsense, blah blah blah. So I think I think in a weird way, one of the biggest problems is the fact that kids have access to that shit, and that we're listening to them.
Again, Matt, I actually think Cause like,
oh shit! Oh shit!
Maybe it's just that adults need to just.
I think Twitter needs to get shut down.
I think.
But no, thing is.
Oh, I'll be right back. My pizza's coming.
Chocolate
time.
Damn it! I had a point to make.
I did too.
Wait, I want to hear David talk. He hasn't talked.
I know. I can't talk.
Yeah, let the birthday boy speak.
30-year-old man, right?
Oh shit!
Actually, no. That reminds me, David, are we really not doing anything tomorrow?
Everyone's scared. Georgie's saying, "Oh, we shouldn't do it because someone might get COVID."
Hey, if you guys want to go ahead. I'll just sit back, man. I'll sit back until all this shit gets cleared out, David. What the fuck just happened?
Oh my god.
Nope, I don't even pay attention to that shit. Yeah, David, if you want to go ahead. I'm not really trying to hang out with a lot of people. Alright.
Alright.
okay. I mean, if it happens, it happens. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
What? Oh my God, Steve, are you gonna really get that?
Yes, he is.
He's a simp.
He's a simp for streaming.
Stream simp.
Paramount.
Boy, is this
It's gonna like Disney Plus.
What? How does it make him simp? I'm confused. So I don't know what it is.
Steve, do you know why all these streaming sites are coming out? All these unnecessary streaming sites are coming out?
All right.
Because people
Greta
will
Thunberg.
sign up for them.
Is that her name? Greta Thunberg. Guys,
Thunberg.
I had an epiphany while I was getting my pizza.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, the environmentalist chick. What's her name?
What's
Greta
he's
Thunberg.
simping right now. We got a rash on him.
Yeah,
He's
stop
simping for
simping.
Paramount.
Oh,
What's
oh,
that?
the
I'm lost.
horror streaming service thing or whatever.
Well, how's that
it's
simping?
alright.
I don't get it.
We're just messing with them.
Oh.
I knew they were gonna fuck up my order.
What's he fuck up on?
I told them to get me a 1/2 pepperoni, 1/2 meat lover. They gave me meat lover, basically. Meat and pepperoni on a pizza on the whole thing.
Okay, you made your point, but what did you win from getting that
We
accusation?
we have executives listening to what's her name again? Thunberg something?
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg?
How dare you?
I'm hearing two
Right?
different things. Yes, how dare you?
Thunberg.
All right, we're listening to this idiotic fucking child who doesn't know a fucking thing about anything, who has like this ridiculous fantasy. You rich people don't care.
Whoa,
People are dying.
Matt, I gotta cut you off.
Ah, shit.
She isn't leading the charge.
No, she's not,
She is
but
a
people
child shield.
Yes, I agree.
They're using her as a shield so you can't attack them in their...
Yeah,
she's a tool.
sure.
She's a puppet.
Yep,
They're
I
not
agree.
listening to her. They're
No.
using her.
Yeah, but everybody's listening to her, is my point.
She's being propped up, though.
Yes,
She's saying
yes.
what others are telling her to say.
Yes, and that might be true. But the problem is we're listening to her. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So that I was gonna say that's a good little microcosm of fucking Twitter, right there.
Imagine
the Twitter and the Vox magazine translating all the way up to fucking legislation and causing cancel culture. We have the idiotic,
again,
childish.
But again, Matt, that's still just an excuse. That's still just like... They don't need to listen to these people. They know they have no power. It's,
Yeah, that's the
imagine
funny
like
thing.
an army. Yeah, like imagine a warrior is coming at you, and he has like Greta Thunberg tied to his shield. It's like what you're saying is basically, oh my God, Greta is coming after me. Greta is charging me. No, she's just being used as a meat shield.
Yeah, that's
It's
the funny
the same thing with these
Yep.
Twitter people, like because
And Emma
if you
Watson
look
too. We're
all
listening to
over-
her.
not
When
real.
she doesn't know, when
all
she doesn't know
over
a fucking thing. Everybody
No,
says
again-
she's a fucking genius. All the
I know,
fucking
but
lefties
I'm
are like,
trying to make
oh
a
my
point.
God,
I'm trying to
she
make a
knows.
point.
Yeah.
Matt, please,
Yeah,
Matt,
go,
please.
yeah, go for it.
So, if you look at like any of Star Wars' social media,
What the
like
fuck is going on?
all of it is just attacks about Gina Carano and how that they defended and thanked the genocidal concentration camp things. Like everything is that, and it's making no difference. They know they can just ignore these people. They're listening to them because it fits their agenda. They can go like, well, we're getting all this flack, we better listen. No, they know they don't have to listen. They'll ignore people. These people know they can ignore it, like they have ignored the outrage over cuties, how they over these Chinese camps, over firing Gina. They know they can just ignore.
Yeah, because it doesn't
But
have the
these
backing
people
of the
are fitting-
leftism.
No,
Leftism.
no, it's purely just these people fit our agenda, and we can say, oh, we're doing this because people on Twitter. But no, it's not because the people are on Twitter saying the shit.
No, yeah, so it's if people say things on Twitter and it happens to back their ideology or like the what would you say, the empire, like a lot of people like whoever.
It's the agenda.
Exactly. So
that's why when you see tweet storms that don't fit the agenda, it doesn't really go anywhere.
Yep. Precisely.
The agenda.
Mhm.
David, what were you gonna say?
You forgot.
Basically, I'm saying at the end of the day, it doesn't come down to like kids doing stuff on Twitter and stuff. It's like at the end of the day, it all comes down to parenting. No one's doing anything about these kids. As soon as they're 5 years old or something, they're planting with a screen in their face.
Yeah, this shit's not gonna go away.
Yeah, but a lot of the flames are being stoked by actual adults. Like you can look at people's profiles and you see someone who's clearly in their 30s, or people who are complaining of, oh my god, I've been out of college for 10 years and I'm still 50 grand in debt. Like, that's not a kid. Like,
the crazy thing
there are actual adults doing this shit.
It's really insane that people are like if you explain this to an alien, they'd be like, "You're fucking insane." If you explain this, all right, ready? So if somebody, so when you're 18, you explain everything to the alien, and the alien goes, "All right, let me get this straight. When you were 17, 18, you were convinced to go to college. You knew how much it was going to be. You found out how much it was going to be. All right, you went through college, you struggled, and you fought, and you were insanely in debt. Now you're advocating for why you have to pay so much debt. Do you not see that you dug your own grave there? Like, you made that decision. That's all you. But, I mean, I agree that it's ridiculous, the amount of debt, but the problem is that they do external blame anyway, even though they fucking knew that they were going to go in debt. So it's like, there needs to be more awareness. You can't just be fucking bullying people into college. I feel like people do... I feel like adults, it's in part on the kids. They need to be responsible and aware of their choices. But at the same time, I feel like adults put this ridiculous expectation on kids. Sounds like Thomas is going to
But here's the other thing, Matt. It's like, yes, the college system is predatory. Like, the individual can still make a life without college. But our society still needs people who go to college.
Sure.
Think about all the jobs that straight up need a college profession. Like,
I agree.
You can't just become a lawyer or a doctor at, like, on YouTube, for example. Like,
totally
our society demands you go to college. Our society will fall apart if it weren't for people who go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, we still punish anyone who goes to college. We have a system that we
shame the people that don't. We shame the people that don't, and we support the people that do that are in debt.
And say maybe like they're only and the thing is there aren't enough good jobs you can get without a college degree.
Yeah.
Some people can make a living without a degree, but that's not the majority. Far from it.
Agree.
It's like of 100 people who don't go to college, maybe 10 of them end up having a good life. We still have 90 people who are suffering or who are just or maybe even homeless at this point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crap.
But the other thing is like a lot of it reminds me of like price gouging, like like during like a blizzard or some kind of catastrophe. It's like, oh, we got to charge $10 for a bottle of water or something crazy like that. It's like, we know you need it. You have no choice. You have to pay it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like, Steve, you've never heard of price gouging during emergencies and disasters?
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, but
some
Steve,
guy bought 1,000 hand sanitizer.
Steve, like if you don't pay the $10 for a bottle of water, you will die of dehydration, most likely.
I don't know what price gouging is.
Price gouging is when, like, people who have resources will artificially inflate the prices of those resources purely to take advantage of, like, a disaster situation.
Yeah, toilet paper. Well, not really disaster, but the PS5, they're bottlenecking it right now.
I see.
Guys, wait.
Yeah, so like say
high
like
demand. Yeah.
there's no like clean drinking water available, so you're gonna take advantage of that by charging like $10-20 for just a small bottle of water,
Which would have been like $1 or something in the past, but now they jack up the price.
Fair enough.
because people no longer have free water coming out of their taps. You're charging, insane prices for it.
Yeah, that's what happened to a guy in Kentucky. He bought like 1,000 hand sanitizers, tried to sell it, but the feds went to his house. They took all that shit, put it back.
Now,
right before the pandemic.
That's funny. They have the authority to do that, but not handle a bunch of other fucking more important problems.
PS4 is not important, man. I'll start PS5.
Yeah. But yeah, like college is kind of like that. They know it's people need it. They know society that people will pay no matter what because you're forced to need it.
But was this not caused because the government said they will pay college tuition and like they just bumped up the price just to make a profit?
Yeah, in a way, there's a lot of factors leading into it.
Yeah, like they just become greedy like that. It was like other factors as well.
What I'm saying is, even if it weren't for all these other factors, there's still the simple fact that because society demands college,
it's required.
The prices will be artificially increased.
Well, unless you guys want to make free college, that's another option.
Well, no, what we should do is have less of a need for it.
I mean,
like there are tons of jobs. No, there are tons of jobs that say you need a college degree, but really you don't. It's like you don't need some you don't need some degree in like biology to work in an office, The majority of people who get a degree don't get a job that has anything to do with what they went to college for.
Yeah, I knew a guy that worked in an office. He had a degree in microbiology or water biology. He knew everything about fish, and he was just working in an office.
Yeah. Of course, I pull an example out of my ass, and it correlates to something you actually experienced.
Yeah, it was just weird. He was like the top guy in the office, degree in like water biology.
Yeah, and he theoretically could do that job without any college experience. Yet he wasted all those years of his life in college when he could have been getting real world work experience. He now has all this debt paying for something he doesn't actually need or use. Like, this is hurting the future of the economy as well. Because like whatever you can invest in yourself, you can invest into your children and their futures. But no, you're spending fucking like 50, 100 grand on college for a degree you don't need, and your children are now starting off with less. Like this.
Or you're not having kids. That's actually an interesting. That's another correlation to the whole.
Problems. No kids.
You're
Bachelors.
Yep.
The importance of a vital part of a society, perpetuating and being successful, is passing on generational wealth. Passing if your kids start off better than you did, they can theoretically, grow and make society better as well. Mm-hmm. But if you're spending all of your time and resources into something you don't need, into a freaking college degree you don't need, I think I'm just circling at this point. But you got what I'm saying.
Yep.
David.
Yeah, because back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, up until mostly last few decades, you could just get a good factory.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I heard
Finally.
David.
Oh my god.
David, what do you think?
Sure you guys can hear me. I was screaming.
Your mic was low.
We couldn't hear you at all. All right, opinion, David? Anything?
No, the one thing I was gonna say, I can't wait till the day until Thomas speaks out on an opinion he misses out on work.
That's what you had to say.
I still got time.
Georgie.
What?
Opinion.
What are you giving your mother grandkids?
Oh.
I don't know.
He can't afford it because he doesn't have a good factory job.
It's possible. Just won't be in America, that's for sure.
I won't go to the Philippines.
Steve, what the America is... Steve, America is bad, but it is far from the worst country in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you know there are countries that still have chattel slavery?
Yeah, I was just thinking that, yeah.
Steve, there are countries where they still have actual old-fashioned slavery, where you're not a person, you're property. When you have children, they are property as well. You have no human rights. That kind of slavery still happens.
Anakin.
There is also...
Yeah, I'll still leave America.
Yeah, but that's all underground. I'm talking about like...
That's a whole other conversation.
No, that is still an underground form of slavery. Like, if the government finds out about it, they'll usually crack down on it. But I'm talking about like actual, like, everyone in the country knows this happens. Society knows. It's just, in a way, it's societally accepted. Even though the government officially says this is illegal, that you can't be doing this, they do nothing to stop it. They condone it, even when they know about it. Because, yeah, it's societally acceptable in some of these countries. Like, we also have... And Steve, there is a fucking genocide happening in China right now. No, it's just...
No, seriously, no one cares. No matter how much you want to say it, no one cares, Thomas. It's China. I mean, what are you going to do? China's a superpower. What are you going to do to them?
Yeah. That's the other fucking thing. The only thing we can do about it, the only thing that we can do about it is a third world war.
Ain't gonna happen.
I know, I'm saying that's...
I know, but it won't happen.
It's more about, it's not so much...
I don't think it's...
There are people who straight up don't care. There are people who defend it, but it's also like, yeah, this is terrible, but
who would defend something
the alternative
like that?
is world war.
No one could defend it, but it's like, you made them so powerful, what could you do to them to stop it from happening?
Yeah. As I said, we would have to wage a world war to stop it.
Yeah, and if we do that, we're all screwed.
So there's a difference between, like, yeah, there would be a bigger death toll if we did that.
I mean,
like,
death, a lot of economic collapse.
Yeah, no, just the war itself would be deadlier.
It's gonna, even though after the war, like, we're so dependent on other countries, this is gonna have, like, a long time. This is gonna be like a global dark ages if it happens. No matter who wins. Because we're so dependent on each other. If one country goes down, we all feel it. If a superpower like that goes down, we're all gonna feel that.
They're gonna EMP us. All they gotta do is EMP us, and we'll surrender. Surrender to your whim, China.
That's like the worst. It's like no matter who wins, we're gonna lose in the long run.
Yeah, but no. The point was like saying that America is far from the worst country in the world.
Yeah.
It's far from the best, but.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the best. It's not like America has to be the best. Yeah, people, it's either say, like, America's either the best or the worst, but it's like, I mean, depending on how you look at it, depending on how you look at it, America is one of the worst of the first world countries.
Yeah, it's a first world country dressed up as a third world country. That's what I keep seeing online. I don't know, it's a third world country dressed up with a Gucci belt. That's the thing I keep hearing now.
Oh, God, yeah. Again, it all depends on how you look at it, or like what you need, or what you can do with a country.
I mean, they're getting 2K a month for stimulus.
It's also hard to quantify America because every state is so drastic. Not only is every state drastically different, and regions of a country are drastically different.
Not to mention every state has like its own practical culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, America is basically 50 tiny countries wearing a trench coat pretending to be one big country.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, compare California to Texas, to Florida, to Oregon, to Pennsylvania, to Wisconsin, to Colorado.
One is drastically different than the last,
Yeah. Like you get, like, states themselves don't even make, like, yeah, California, if it's would simultaneously be one of the richest countries in the world, but also one of the worst off third world countries. Like, it would simultaneously be officially a third world country and one of the comparatively richest countries in the world, or something like that.
Hey, let me ask you guys.
A quarter, at least 25% of America's homeless population is in California. They have medieval diseases returning, like tuberculosis. There was an actual fear of the Black Plague in California. Do y'all hear about that?
Yeah.
There were legit fears.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
What's the question, Matt?
I'm saying it's like you can't. My ultimate point is you probably can't really rank America as being like how good of a country it is, because it's just too varied.
Yeah, I actually agree. I think it's really, really, really complicated. Like, you can rank order countries based on several variables, but America is such a weird anomaly compared to other countries. Like, I think, I might be wrong on this, but I think America has the most diverse group of, like, different ethnicities and races and stuff like that. Yeah.
We're the most diverse country.
Yeah. So, and that's good.
Yeah, we have cultures from all around the world coming in and influencing it.
So it's such an anomaly compared to other. Like, when people say that Canada's better, or people say that, like, Norway is better, or whatever, it's just like, so, okay. Well,
they're culturally homogenous for the most part.
Yeah, alright, fuck that tangent. So I had I don't know, just a random thought. Kind of hear you guys' opinions on this. What's your opinion on people being, like, protective of the Confederate flag?
That's
You gonna ask this guy when he has to go to work, you son of a bitch.
Yep. He's hyped up right now.
Work. You're trying to make him call out.
He's gonna get hyped up.
I think it is.
I don't know why people hate
Ultimately, I view them as the Confederates were literally an enemy of America. I don't think people should be waving it proudly.
Yeah, it's a traitor flag, but
They straight up tried to break away from America, not be part of America anymore, and declared themselves enemies of America. That's how I view them.
Georgie, what do you think?
yeah, it's a traitor's flag. It's considered a terrorist group. Like what Thomas said, he tried to break away.
So do you think?
Anytime you see the
think
flag,
people,
you're practically traitors.
You think
It's
people
an
should be
anti-American heritage. They're an anti-American group. You know?
Okay,
Straight up.
so there's obviously a consensus that those people are evil, but today we have a culture of flags. Fucking, you get all kinds of flags. So Confederate flag, the actual flag. What do we think? How do we feel about it? Like, it's people claim that free speech and all that. You do what you want, but at the same time, it's like is like a Nazi flag. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's probably not okay to have a Nazi flag in front of your house, but is it illegal? Like, I actually don't know.
It's not illegal.
That's what makes it complicated, because America is not that simple. You have to
I would
throw your flag, but
I think you have every legal right to keep and wave it, but
Nazis have
I'm just gonna
country.
I'm just gonna have nothing but negative opinions for you for doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Should they make it illegal?
And as an American,
Actually,
no, I find it.
Fuck that! What's that?
No. I'm just kind of gauging the room. I want to hear what other people are saying.
I don't think it should be illegal. Because, like, in the historical context, they were enemies of America, trying to, but in the modern context, they're not doing it as enemies of the country. They're no longer trying to break away. They're no longer
it
trying
depends
to
who you
reject
ask,
American
because
identity.
after the Capitol riots, people consider that flag associated with all those riot guys. So it all depends who you're asking right now.
I was watching some live streams, on the ground, and there were actually people with Confederate flags.
Yeah, so now everyone's going to associate them with, like, oh, you guys try to overthrow democracy. You guys are anti-American and shit.
But guys, it's like the same thing.
But no, I don't.
You gotta put your volume up, David.
Actually,
Don't
no.
scream into
Can't
it.
hear you.
Vagina!
All right, we hear you.
That-
Go ahead, David.
It's like the same thing. Like, yeah, if someone reading the Capitol with the Confederate flag, yeah, now it's an issue. What happens if someone raided the Capitol with the trans flag? Wait, I was gonna start going after the trans people.
Oh,
now
there would be nothing wrong with that. There would be nothing wrong
But
with
here's
it.
the thing: we knew the Confederate flag was always associated with these guys. Like trans flag is still new.
Yeah, the Confederate flag is much like the Nazi flag. It has a history. It's a shameful part of the nation's history.
Yeah, we know the past. We know what it represents. We know the people carrying it. What they
legalization, illegalization.
No, it should be legal.
Banning.
I'm sick of banning. I want everything to be legal. Nothing illegal.
I think it's a societal thing. Like, you should be... The government shouldn't have a say in it, but societally, we should reject it. If you...
Okay. What does David have to say?
Right. Yep, David.
Guys, at the end of the day, yeah, the Confederate flag is bad. Once you ban that flag, everyone's going to say our flag is not a racist group. What, we're going to say, what, we're going to take down
that's what makes it slippery slope.
Well, no, it would depend on why you're banning it. If you ban it because racist history, that's one thing. But if you ban it because this is a flag of people who declare themselves enemy of America, like, they are traitors. They fought and tried to destroy America. If you ban it because they're historically traitors and enemies of America, then yeah, you won't have that slippery slope. But ultimately, I don't think it should be banned. But I think society should continue to reject it. You know? Alright, and on that note, I gotta go to work.
Alright. Peace
out. Y'all have a good night.
Good night. Good luck.
I forgot to invite him to WandaVision.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Get Edwin in the party. We lost a person. We need a person.
Edwin is DJing somewhere else, I think.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I still go by what I say, because eventually, all these people saying about race and stuff, eventually they're going to go after the American.
Yeah, but like, it's not a... Yeah, that's what I mean. It's gonna be like a South Park thing. This is my flag. That's my flag. My flag.
Can't disagree with that.
Was that Kat Dennings in the office? I forgot about that.
I know, it was just a weird picture.
Damn. Wait, what? The office? Oh.
He wants to be butt raped.
Hold on. Matt, how long has the podcast been running?
I don't know.
Yeah, my mic cut out.
How long has the podcast been running?
Just under an hour.
All Georgie wanted to know was my...
I know, I knew this was gonna happen, dude. I knew this was gonna happen. Dude, we've been saying this, man.
Yep.
Look what happened.
Yep.
I knew this was gonna happen, so I just sit back. I was riding my bicycle, on stationary bicycle, and just listening to this shit. Dude, we said he's on Twitch.
Yeah, we all said it multiple times.
Well, and now you're gonna get doxxed. Good luck.
Yep. Having even more issues as it is.
Oh god, Steve's about to panic.
Yep.
What the fuck is this
You
drone?
just had to see it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh god.
Because you never went on PlayStation Live.
Yeah, I'm just. All I do is I hit a button. I just hit a button.
Oh god.
No, we tried it. You weren't you didn't want us on your show. I was watching your stream and I was in the comments. No, I remember. I used to make you laugh in the comment section.
Oh, actually, Steve, your voice actually isn't getting picked up on my.
Yeah, I was just
on my
about
thing.
to say that.
Yeah.
He never clicked.
Yeah.
He never
If you want your voice to get picked up or whatever, there's a setting on the PlayStation that you have
Delete
to
the podcast.
enable.
Yeah.
Nah.
There's no point without Steve talking.
Nah, it's alright.
You gotta hear him. Well, you gotta change the option in your chat.
Crap! Oh, crap. My dumbass. Game over, man. We lost. Oh, we won. Holy shit.
Where Stevie gets raped. At the end of the movie, he gets raped.
Apex champion.
I just have to ask. You always remember that movie clearly. I remember a movie that has that type of scene in it. I remember initially, back in my heart, that doesn't have anything to do with stuff like that. Yes. But Steve, you gotta think about it. No. I wanna show you my point first. I need to show you my point first. Georgie, what's your favorite movie that you remember all the time? No. Let me finish, Steve.
Just in general favorite, or just favorite in certain
Just a
categories?
movie that always pops into your head. That always pops into your head. That's your favorite.
Spider-Man 2?
Okay, does that have any gay scenes in it?
No, not what I remember from.
Alright,
Okay.
I gotta say something mildly fucked up.
No, let me see.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me finish. Let me finish that.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Finish, Matt.
Go ahead.
Matt, what's your favorite movie that you always remember?
Wait.
What's the favorite movie that you always remember? Or a movie that you have a strong opinion for?
I mean, we've been talking about Marvel the past week or so I'd say Infinity War.
Okay, so Infinity War, does it have any gay scenes in it?
What the fuck is this called? Wait, what?
No, like, you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish.
I don't think so.
Right?
Why?
No, right? It's just a really strong movie.
Yeah.
Danny, what's your favorite movie that you always think of?
Jurassic Park.
Does it have any gay scenes in it?
Lizard shit.
Okay, so if Steven keeps mentioning a movie about American History X that has a gay scene in it, don't you think he's a little? I'm sorry. I think about racing movies.
Not necessarily.
I think about Fast and the Furious.
Got him.
I think about everything. It's like, no, we gotta think about American History X. It's like that movie entirely had the gay scene at the end where the guy's getting raped.
Wait.
Every
No,
movie that I have ever seen in my entire life never has anything gay in it.
Well,
but he keeps mentioning it like crazy. So
all right. Well, David, that's ridiculous. No, hold on. Steve, go ahead.
Got my boy heated right now, man.
Whoa.
All right.
Ow!
You see, you can't even let me finish. You can't even let me finish. Like, what's the point? What's even the point of stopping?
Oh, it was a rape scene at the end of it?
Wait, have you seen this movie, Matt?
Gay scene.
Wait.
Where the guy gets raped in the ass.
Wait. I need to hear. Wait, guys. Danny's asking. What's up, Danny?
Have you seen this movie?
I haven't. I never.
Well, I'm gonna send you some stuff tonight.
Wait, is this the film? Is this the film that guy who has a tattoo, Nazi tattoo on his chest?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah. I seen that. Shit was uncomfortable.
But George, is that a movie you're always gonna remember for the rest of your life?
No, I chose not to remember that because
Exactly.
that scene is not
You
something
chose not to. There's tons
Hold on,
of
let's
movies
show
of other examples of stuff like this, but he just remembers that one movie. That one movie that's played in his mind that has that one gay scene in it. Go ahead.
So wait. So I just want to try to recap. So Steve, your argument is that the movie is, maybe it resonates with you. You're saying is because it's like it portrays, it kind of shines a mirror on the problems that are going on, and people need to be more aware of it, and that's why you say it's worth highlighting. Yeah.
You just don't even know any finish. It's just like, what's the point anymore, man?
I sent you the clip. Watch it.
Don't you don't want to?
I'm just like.
Oh, by the way, Danny, the I don't want to say it. Fuck. No, never mind. No.
You already said too much.
No. Yeah.
Just watch the clip.
No, sorry. I'm not trying to spoil stuff. Blah, 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 blah. I almost did. I won't say shit.
I'm just trying to figure out if I was mentioning a movie all the time. I'm pretty sure it was a movie that will never have a gay scene in it. I'm sorry. That's the only point I was trying to make. I'm like, I would think of anything else. Like, Tupac's movies, like, I would just mention another movie that didn't have that scene in it. I mean, if that's movie to play the entire head about that one. Yeah, unfortunately, you made me see a movie that had that in it. That was gross. But I'm gonna keep mentioning that. I want to be that guy in that movie. I want to be that guy in that movie. See how weird that sounds? I want to be Edward Norton from American History X, where the guy gets raped.
Matt, watch the clip.
I want to be Edward Norton. I want to be the guy
Yeah,
that
I'm
gets
watching
raped.
it.
I'm like, that's fine. I mean, that's how you roll.
That's Eddie Norton.
Yeah, so they raped a Nazi.
Exactly. He wants to be Edward Norton, which he was a Nazi who got raped.
Yeah, that's normal. It's like when somebody finds out that somebody's a child molester in prison, then that dude gets shanked or whatever. It's kind of normal.
That was a bad case in Brazil, dude. Oh lord.
Oh, it's like 79 people.
Yeah, it was like he did it to like a toddler. They restitched his ass, but
Oh my god.
They physically raped him. They just shoved shit up his ass. But when they brought him to medical, they stitched it up and they came back and they did the same thing again. Guess because they found out he was yeah, because like prisoners, like I've read stories of prisoners. They all have like they're all scumbags. They admit that, but they all hate one scumbag. Is like the child molesters. Anything that's done to innocent people, they all gang up on that one guy.
Yeah.
It's like a code to them. It's like, oh, I murdered someone, but hey, that guy, yo, he did that strange shit, yo. You can't tolerate that.
Yep.
I just would claim not to be the guy that ended up getting raped.
Well, it's not their code. It's like that. No, Steve. Steve, it's not like that group. It's like all prisoners all agree. They say they all hate child molesters. It's not. They're like they'll all make a pact together, cross out the enemy lines, racial lines. They all hate that one guy because they don't tolerate that. Yeah, I already know about that. Yeah, it happens. It's based off of a real thing that goes on in like even female prisons, but it's not. I don't know if it's forced, but.
So my take on the American X thing. I mean, Edward Norton's in it, so I'm sure it's a good movie. So I mean, that scene was pretty. I don't know if I really care so much about seeing dudes' asses.
But I think that's. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, it's all right. The scene is intense.
Would you guys remember that movie for your entire life?
Yeah,
I mean,
try to block it out of my mind because I saw that when I was a teenager.
That's what I'm trying to.
I mean, no one in normal.
I wouldn't bring it up constantly to
normal human beings don't really want to have that on their mind, even if it's not towards them. They don't want to hear about someone being forcibly raped. Yeah. But Steve, I think that rape scene, it wasn't really towards like SJW stuff. I think that was like the male version way to eliminate a guy, like to break him mentally. That's what they do. It wasn't. I don't think it has anything to do with today's political stuff. It's just that's how prisoners do to mentally break you down. Hell, when you walk in, they're already taunting you, rubbing their balls, saying, "Hey, you're gonna be my bitch," because they're just trying to mentally break you down. Same thing for female prisoners. They mentally try to taunt you. I mean, males are more physical, while the female prison is more like mental stuff.
This is the future, Steve.
Seems like it.
No country for straight white men.
Wait, what's the Mr. Potato Head? I don't got it.
Oh, you don't know about that?
What?
Oh,
No, I don't.
Here?
I'm here. Oh yeah, I heard.
Did you watch Toy Story as a kid?
Did I?
Georgie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You remember Mr. Potato Head, right?
Yeah.
He's not Mr. anymore.
He's just Potato Head now.
Why?
You can't
because it's not gender sensitive, inclusivity and all that bullshit.
But he has a Mrs. Potato Head, so how does that work?
It doesn't matter. They can switch parts.
They're not. Yep. Exactly.
Did they officially say that, or is just Twitter nonsense?
The news.
Huh.
How you gonna stop them, Steve?
How about the regular normal people just start doing the same shit back to them? It seems like that's the only way to stop it. They're not gonna fight fair. You might as well fight dirty as well. Back to them.
Yeah, fight crazy with crazy. That's
that seems like the only way. Dox them, put out their shit. That seems like the only way. And eventually, the government's gonna have to intervene and say, "Hey, we can't allow this."
I remember. That's where she's from.
Yep.
I'll call you old.
Don't talk, Grandpa. You're right there. You're behind him. You can't talk smack no more, buddy.
10 years, man. Behind him. That's 10 years.
More like 6 years. You're already up there, dude.
He's already 40.
He already 30. Remember, you made fun of him when he was 30. Next year will be 31 and 32. Whew. Oh man, it's even worse now that Joe Biden has that Secretary of Health.
Oh,
creature.
the guy that looks like whatchamacallit, the person from Independence Day, the crazy doctor.
Yeah, that does not help at all. It's funny. All this crazy stuff is just happening in the West. Every other country is just normal. This is why I gotta leave.
Well,
what's
interesting
America,
is I think this is a really peculiar consequence of like extended freedom.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, that's what I think, man.
It's my faucet. I'm cleaning off a dish.
I truly do believe that, man. We don't have any enemies. We don't have no social problems.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, I think
everywhere
it's
else
like
they're trying to.
What? Sorry. So I think it's more like how should I say this? I guess Eastern countries are more traditional. Like they look to us or whatever. They're like, that's really weird. That like they look to us and like the women are like way overly sexualized, like in public, movies and whatever, and maybe even the way they dress and stuff. And I'm not saying anything's necessarily bad or wrong, but I'm just saying it's like a difference. And for them, they're, I guess, a little bit more traditional. But for us, like, we've come a long way in terms of freedom, and obviously women can wear bathing suits and stuff like that. But I feel like it all weirdly moved in this direction inevitably, and all of like those little subcomponents of freedom moved towards where we're at now. Like public acceptance of women, revealing more than just their shin, and then their knee, and then more than just their knee, and then different showing arms and cleavage, and what's acceptable in public, and then what's how you're going to advocate for normalizing things on by using representation on TV and movies and stuff like that. So I think it all just weirdly moved in this direction because, I think that was one of the many reasons, was because freedom is good, obviously, and
We have too much.
well, I don't know if that's quite it, but it's definitely a weird, deep issue, and I don't know, maybe it'll hit me a little bit more thoroughly soon enough, but I definitely don't want to say that we have too much freedom on Twitter or on while we're on Twitch, and I definitely don't want anybody to get the implication that I think that women should be fully clothed or anything like that, because I don't.
I also think it's because America is just a very young country. All other places, like, they have like at least 500 years of history. They seem like, they rose and they fell. They know what works. They know what doesn't work. They know how to, I guess, they do the freedom shit, but they have a limit to us. For us, we never had like a legit, like, knocked on our ass, we had to climb back up, we're gonna die kind of moment.
It's like Danny, what were you saying about what is it? Not the 30-year-old thing where men 30 they get to marry or something like that.
What? Nanny?
Yeah, you were saying
No, so what his plan was that he was supposed to get married, he was supposed to have a car.
No, not Danny's plan. But what you said, it was about Mormons, was it?
Oh, Mormons. Yeah,
Yes,
they do.
yeah.
They have very strict reproduction things. So when you're young and you're horny, you can't get a girlfriend. You just can't.
I was like,
They
guys
only-
can't get girlfriends, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But-
just the law.
Do they have like a back culture history of why that works? Like, they see how it works out?
Yeah, they do, and they reproduce a lot, and it's like they got good societies.
I think that's the thing. America, we don't have that long culture history thing. It's just kind of like, let's just see what happens, and we're good. Well, everyone else is like, we have a chapter over this. What happened here? Let's not go there again. I will offer some freedoms and rights, but we're not going to go all the way. While America's like, we never done this. Let's just see what happens for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff with Mormons, and like they marry multiple wives when they're older, and they marry young girls. But you gotta watch it. But it does work for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not morally right, but it works. Culture's still intact. I don't know. I just think America's just to fall on its ass just to be humble again. That's the only way. I mean, you see Texas, when the power went out, people weren't acting stupid. That's just what I mean. I don't want it to happen, but I don't want it to happen, but it's like when you're so arrogant, sometimes you have to be knocked on your butt.
Gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta get knocked on your butt, and you be like, okay, let's not do this again, because, you know, we fell on our butt.
Yep.
Same. Same thing. I was like, yo, let me go down there. There's no income tax, but look what happened. A snow took it out.
Yeah.
It's just one snow for 1 week. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but like when you heat the watering pipes and you're still being charged by electric company, I'm good.
The crazy thing is, to insulate your pipes is really cheap, and it takes like a day, not like an hour.
But
yeah, all you have to do is buy a heat gun. You just have to heat up the
No,
pipes.
it's like foam. It's foam you put around the heat. That's it.
Yeah.
But I think it's just one of those things, again, like they never had a winter. So it's like, yo, what's the point of doing this? And it never snows there.
It's just 1 week, guys.
I know, we dealing with months here, guys.
I'm just giving an example.
So, guys, if you guys were to move to another country, where would it be?
I'm gonna say Asia.
Japan, weeaboo alert.
Japan or Korea, honestly.
What's wrong with you people? Even Matt says Japan too.
Nah, I don't know if I'd live in Japan. I don't know. I could maybe consider living there like temp for a while, but like not as like, you know, I'm gonna live here for like 10 years, 20 years. You know what I mean? Maybe like a few years, and then I'd move away or something. I don't know.
Wait, guys, don't you guys think it's weird that none of us have kids, and you all want to move to Japan? Like, that's more than a coincidence.
Well, it's not just Japan.
coincidence.
I would like to go to live in Dubai, honestly. It's actually not that expensive, honestly. When you compare it for
I heard some crazy shit. I can't go there. I'm too cheap.
No, it's like the dollar goes a long way over there. It's safest place, 5-star, well, not even 6-star everything.
Jordan, you know what's another place where a dollar goes far?
Fuck
it was on top of my tongue.
I know Latin America, but
The
each
Philippines.
country very... Yeah, it's another place as well.
$1 in Philippines could literally buy an entire restaurant of ramen.
I know, dude.
If I was thinking about what happened if I should save $100,000 and I'll just retire in the Philippines.
That's what people do. You can't?
Yeah. No, you can. Expat.
Oh, I thought you said you can't. Yeah, everybody I know, they keep saying, hey, just make your money in America and live outside. That's the best way to do it.
You go to Costa Rica.
Panama is a good place.
Panama!
Fuck yeah.
That's like I want to do. Just make all my money here and just live somewhere else, man.
Yeah. Because I'm actually thinking about it now, to be honest with you.
I mean, you could still somehow survive in a way, but it has to be different. It can't be in a city.
But
Have to change everything up.
Big question is, do you want to die in Boston, in the States?
That's what I think a lot about. Honestly,
What?
I think a lot about that. Like, do you really want to die here? And, like, do you want your body... What are they going to do with your body? They're just going to put it in a trash bag and fucking burn it. That's what they're going to do. There's no Lazarus Pit, Steve.
Die.
Hell, we don't know what's gonna happen in like 50 years, right, dude?
Dude, you don't know what's gonna happen in the next 3 years. We're probably still gonna be in this fucking pandemic.
I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
I
When
mean,
you
there are...
die,
Dude,
what do you want to
have
be
guys-
remembered for?
Dude, have you guys seen the movie, it's like Matt Damon when he becomes little?
Yeah, downsizing.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. Think about downsizing, but you just go to another country.
I feel like it would be the opposite of that, because you'd be rich in another country.
Yeah, because when people become expats, they realize you don't need a lot of stuff to be happy. It's just consumerism mindset. It makes you believe you need it, but you really don't.
No. Definitely you need that one big road trip where you just like...
Dung! Is that Dung's blinker?
No, that's Midnight.
Oh. Midnight? Wait, what?
I thought that was Doug that joined.
Yeah, I thought it was Dung. Yeah. What?
I don't think so, because it seems like we're getting COVID-20 now.
Yeah.
The rest of the year. The rest of the year, guys.
No, guys, we're getting another strain from Africa, so...
Yeah, it's already here.
Yeah.
And the lady who got it, she didn't even leave the country. She's just been here, so who knows who else has that shit.
There's gonna be mandatory weekly vaccinations.
Yep.
That's for all the various strains.
Yeah, Steve. She said she never left the country, never left the state, and she got the shit.
Yep.
And it's gonna be butt tests. They're gonna stick
So
the
that means
thing in
that
your
someone
butt.
in the States has it already.
And mind you, they're lessening the restrictions in restaurants and shit.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna make it worse.
here we go again. Tokyo Drift, get out of here.
Yeah, he dropped out again.
I told you it's all about monetary gain with them.
I think the Republicans just want to troll the Democrats. Even it helps the country to say, no, we can't do it because we don't want you guys to think. Because, it makes no sense.
Yeah, they especially it's because it's the Democrats proposing it. They're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, even though it helps us, it's going to make people happy. No, we can't help you guys, no matter what. I swear, that's what it is now. Yeah.
No, because that's the same shit what fucking that girl, that Democrat lady did. It's the same thing now being repeated back.
What, AOC?
Yeah, it's like
no,
they're both bad. It just anytime they're in power, the minority's just gonna withhold power and not work with them.
Yeah,
it's just back and forth nonsense.
The old blonde lady that kept holding it back because she wanted to seem good for her election.
Yeah. I know what you mean, David.
Yeah,
Dude, I mean, this has been going on a while in America now. Bro, I haven't left Everett since like the beginning of COVID, my dude. I just been in Boston. I haven't left the state.
I've been to Wentham. I've been to Gillette Stadium. I've been to fucking Connecticut. I've been to.
I just been in Boston, dude.
I've been everywhere ever since I got my car.
Random question: what's you guys' opinion on the Electoral College? I know people are complaining they should get rid of it or abolish it, but
I think it's still good. I think it still helps.
It could be improved because other countries, their elections could be done. The election process is like done in like 5 minutes. While ours is like you have to wait in line for hours for something so simple.
Yeah, but in particular, like the Electoral College, like it, they have each country is at like a different value of like points and score. So, for example, like states. Some states are worth like 3 points. Some states are worth like 14. Whatever, and they win.
That's because how big the state is, though.
I don't know if that's precise. It's kind of right, but like sometimes, like in a lot of them, here's an example of why an argument might be reasonable for getting rid of it. It's, they have the popular vote. Yeah, so if you get the majority of humans in America that vote for you, the Electoral College determines that you got more points, like because you got more score, because some countries are valued more than others, then it's a little moot point, kind of. It's weird. What's your opinion, Danny? Electoral college, go.
I don't want to talk about it on Twitch.
So my thing is that I think there should be one more system of voting, just in case, for the fact that eventually all these states are going to go blue, all these states are eventually going to go red, and eventually, between the coming year, it's all going to be a one-sided match.
Yeah, and it gets more complicated when you have the swing states, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Like anyone to like electoral college because everything's red. Like,
I don't know.
Like some states now are literally turning blue now.
Yeah,
So,
they believe Texas is gonna become it's gonna be purple. Then it's gonna turn blue because the way people are moving down there.
exactly. So imagine now, and then imagine instead of an entire states turn blue. Let's just say that entire states run by soy boys and soy girls and shit like that. Do you really want to stay like that, or do you want it like at least have one more system that will kind of deteriorate from that?
I don't know.
See, Steve, I don't know what to say anymore. Everything you just mentioned is about rape. Edward Norton, Mr. History X, rape. Deliverance used to see a long time ago.